you summarize his relationship with Elijah Muhammad and John Ali? Can you summarize based off your findings?
I mean, I'd rather people look at the book and really
Okay.
read it because you're gonna get all kinds of,
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
I think
yeah.
it's really, I mean, I think it's, Elijah Muhammad, Malcolm loved Elijah Muhammad.
Hmm.
Okay, he really respected him, he revered him, and he did. Um, but there came a time when he outgrew him.
Hmm.
And you could already see he was outgrowing him if he, was having issues with the Midwest and then he's going to the East and
Right.
he's being moved around. But even when you look at, for example, I don't know, everybody likes to talk about the Klan chapter, for example, when they have to meet with the Klan. I
Hmm.
mean, Malcolm he wanted to have a face off with the Klan. The Klan approaches approaches the Nation of Islam to set up a meeting in Atlanta with him in 1961
Hmm.
is when they have the meeting. It is a Klan that approaches the Nation of Islam, and they just, and I say to look at the way that the South was set up at the time. You had the Nation of Islam believed in separate state. You had Martin Luther King, and the civil rights groups. They wanted integration. The Klan, they wanted white supremacy, segregation forever, for always. And so they looked at the nation as possible allies because they didn't want to integrate, and
Right.
they liked that. And I mean, there's this thing that goes, look, we don't care what you want. It's like you say, Malcolm said, we want separation. We don't want segregation. We want separation, complete and utter separation. So whatever you want, as long as you're happy over there being black. That's what the Klan was saying to them. But Malcolm didn't want to, meet with them to have any kind of working out of a relationship. He wanted to have really a face-off, a confrontation. Because again, Malcolm's had bad relations with the Klan already. They visit his home when he's in utero, when his mother's there and pregnant with him, and he has Wilfred and Filbert and Hilda, and his father is off working, a couple of towns away, and they're threatening the family, saying, "We want you to get out of town."
Sure.
So, and then also when the father is killed, I mean, before he dies, they were evicted from the land that the family had purchased, and there's an exclusionary clause in the land deed that says that black people can't own the land.
And on the land.
And so the white neighbors said, "Well, we don't want these Negroes in our neighborhood." So they push to evict the family. They get them evicted and then burn them out of the house. And so these are clannish again activities. So Malcolm's not trying to have any kind of alliance with this group.
Hmm.
Whereas when they take this information to Elijah Muhammad, he's saying, well, there's some things we want to do in the South. Maybe we can work something out here. Maybe they can help us, and let's see what we can do. And this does not set right with Malcolm. Now, Jeremiah Shabazz, who's the minister of Atlanta, who's there, he's a soldier, and he's like, whatever, Elijah Muhammad's the leader, and he is. Malcolm doesn't take these actions on his own. He always goes and gets permission to do these things while in the nation. Elijah Muhammad is the leader. And even though everybody thinks of Malcolm as being the face of the nation during that time, that's where a lot of that jealousy and envy is coming
Sure.
also within the nation, that's being brewed by the family too, because it's like he's too much in the media. So it's a little delay there. You froze there.
Oh yeah, I'm back.
So the whole point of bringing that up was okay. The whole thing of bringing that up really about the Klan was just to show that Malcolm didn't want to have that meeting. I mean, he wanted to have the meeting, but he wanted to have a different meeting. Elijah Muhammad's like, hey, let's see what we can work out. We want to get land, or we want to, maybe they can help us in what we're trying to do down there and not harass our members, and stuff like that. And Malcolm doesn't want to do that. And so this is where you start to see the separation become even more apparent, and his outgrowing. And now Malcolm, he understands the power of this organization and what they can do, and what if left to, continue, if they, continue to, 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 continue to do continue to grow and down the pike of really following what they say they're doing. But and Malcolm truly believes in that, and he truly loves Elijah Muhammad for that. But the thing is that when you see this thing where, but that doesn't mean you set up an alliance with the Ku Klux Klan, and that's where Malcolm starts saying, "Wait a minute, this doesn't set right with me." And then there are other things that happen further down the line, but just to show you, but Malcolm always. I only bring this up only to show that Malcolm he follows the rules. He goes back to Elijah Muhammad. I'm sure there are times when he breaks the rules, of course, but on these major things, he is really following rules.
Right.
He could have set up, that meeting with the Klan himself, and he didn't. He made sure that they follow the protocol.
Right.
And he definitely, while under Eli, and even during the split, he really didn't want to leave because he understood the power of the organization.
Right.
And even if it was lost, it was like he believed that he could also help get it back on track. But it didn't work out that way.